What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We have got a lot of stuff going on in this video. I don't even think we're gonna get most of it done. We'll get most of it, not all of it anyways. We are fabricating. We've got a 53 over my shoulder. It's pretty much got a brand new chassis, new powertrain, new drivetrain under it, and now we've got to start doing the fab work to get floors into it, firewalls into it, accessory trays into it. What else we got? Trunk pans. We got fender skirt. We got all kinds of stuff we got to start fabbing up for that. And well, we're going to be starting with that firewall. We got to get that whole firewall cut out so that engine will sit nice and pretty inside that engine bay. And well, that's what we're doing in this video. Probably going to be moving on to the floors as well because we want the rockers about that far from the ground. So naturally, we're going to have to be doing some sort of body drop on this. So stick around. Let's get to it. We're ripping that firewall out first. Let's go. So before we get actually into the video, a lot of you guys have been actually asking where all the videos been going. It's probably been, what, 70 days-ish since I posted a video before this video. And well, I've just been busy, and I know it sounds like an excuse, but I promise you, I'm not just sitting on my butt doing absolutely nothing. So if you look over here on my, well, over my shoulder too, we've been putting up another shop here on our property, and well, that's been taking up so much of my time. We actually had the outside structure put up by a builder, and everything on the inside, basically all the lights, electrical, plumbing, HVAC, anything we kind of have to do, we've been kind of taken care of. And well, we're slowly getting there, but this is kind of what's been taking my time. So editing videos and all that kind of stuff has been put on the backside, but I do have videos posted, queued up. I just got to get them out there, edited a little bit, and put them in. So kind of here's a little gist of what we've been working on. It's just a 60 by 80 building. We'll be putting some lifts over here. For now, it's going to be used for kind of some sports. We've got a bathroom, an electrical closet, all the goodies there, a loft here, another little loft over on this area, and well, there you go. That's kind of been what we've been working on. So let's go ahead and get back to that 53 and start chopping away at that firewall and getting on to floor pans as well. Okay, time for the game plan. I really honestly don't have one. I kind of have an idea in my head, but once again, all those ideas are gonna flip-flop, change, and crisscross. So I don't really want to come up with, here's what we're gonna do first. So here's what we're gonna do first. I got the body over top of it because these supports for the body mount actually kick out and go down to some mounts under here. Now, the headers are in the way, the valve covers are in the way, all this kind of stuff is in the way. If we wanted to just basically take this body and be able to bring it on and off, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to redesign this whole structural area. Okay, so let's just start cutting out some stuff, get the kickouts done first, and then start pulling out the firewall. I know we're gonna have to trim in some stuff up for the trans tunnel. Either way, we're just gonna start cutting. All right, firewall is completely blown out of there. Now I want to get this body down on the chassis. That way I can see where I'm hitting, because I know I'm going to be hitting on certain spots. Transmission 110%. I know I'm going to have to take stuff out in the back for the wheel wells because we're going to be tubbing that also. But we're out of there. So let me go ahead and get it down and then keep moving. Well, it looks like we're not on a bell housing yet, but I think we're on the back of the transmission. And it's rocking a little bit like it's, yeah, high center on this. Oh, man. Yep, definitely on a transmission. All right, well, I can tell you it's definitely hitting on a transmission, but it's also hitting on the pinion gear. What else are we hitting? It looks like if I come down here, I lied, okay? It's not an inch. We're like, oh my goodness, 4 or 5 inches down before we hit the bottom on the back. And we're like about 2 inches on the front. So the body's kind of sitting like this. Which way are you guys at? Oh, the body's kind of sitting this way. So I think the best way to attack this is just get the body back up and forget taking piece by piece. We're gonna go ahead and just cut that tunnel out, cut down the middle, and also kind of take out right back in here where all the wheel wells are hitting, or where the wheels are hitting on the metal. Oh look, there's a bumblebee in there. You're pretty much trapped now, dude. All right, I think we're gonna have to pivot from this firewall. This floor here, she's not very happy. It looks like some previous repairs. Yeah. This is the inner rocker, and it was like all of the supports were just cut. We took a piece of 18 gauge, you know, welded her back together. And you can see where all my weight's being held right now. It's starting to buckle in, pretty much being held out by some, yeah, It's not any better on this side. Same thing, well, at least we have access to get inside to clean out all the dirt there. Same thing, they just took a panel, welded her in. Yep. I think we're gonna have to pivot from the firewall. I think we're gonna have to pretty much start over with this floor, because you can see a little bit here where it's starting to push the panel in that way. This side isn't the happiest either. You see it rippling down here where the rocker panels are. So let me, well, at least the doors are still shut and everything else is kind of, I think this was kind of keeping it all together. I need to reposition the lifts on the body. I think the best thing to do is basically get this floor cut out, get those supports cut out, and basically start over. Well, we halted. Okay, I say we as in me and the owners of that car, we halted on the firewall and decided, let's put our brains together and figure out just something a little bit better we can be doing for this car. And well, here you go. Here's the better plan. We bought a whole new one. I didn't, he did, but much better than the one we had before. So we don't have to worry about that firewall anymore. And we're slowly getting it off the frame right now. And well, we have problems yet again, right around that area, but we'll have to just get that, you know, as we go. I don't know. We just can't win. Anyways, no longer blue, it's black. Let's go ahead and get the body off. All right, now, obviously, when something gets bought, what are we doing? Are we still in gear or something? Dude, it wasn't in gear a second ago. What done happened here? Must have flipped itself out of here. Okay. Back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Obviously when we buy things, we can't, I mean, unless this thing's like up on a lift, it's really hard to see everything underneath of it. You gotta kind of crawl around and lay it on the ground. You know, we're bound to have some sort of problems or issues, okay? And you know, you kind of trust the guys that you're buying them from, and they say, oh yeah, cream of the crop here. This is the best one, you know, out there. And well, now that we've got the body off of the frame, we can kind of see it's better, okay? It is definitely better than the other one. However, we still have some problems. I started lifting on the lift point here. This is really where they'd be lifting to change the tires on a car back in the day, whatever. They'd be putting the jacks up in these pinch welds. And well, look, there's nothing here. I thought it was gonna be fine, but look, we kind of crunched up some metal here. Inner rockers popped loose. All we were kind of pretty much sitting on was the outer quarter, and well, all the way the car just kind of crushed that up in there. So, do have some supports for this side, and well, you guessed it, the other side is the exact same. Actually, not the exact same. This one is a lot worse on this side. However, we did the same thing here. The inner rocker is just not even attached, not even there. This side, not as bad as the other side. Could have been worse, but that's all manageable. We can straighten that out, pull that down. We've got some problems, we've got some issues. It's gonna need some body work, yes, later on down the road. Look, kind of buckled it there when we pushed up on it. However, it's a much better canvas to start with. We're gonna leave that firewall in for now. We're gonna do all the stuff we have to do to get the bridge for the chassis over here to clear the body there, start channeling it for the transmission, and where the motor's gonna hit, all here, all this is gonna have to go away. Basically what you saw me starting to do, I don't know, 15 minutes ago, we're gonna do it all over again, but we're gonna start with the floor pans. All right, time to start getting the chassis under the body. And well, if somebody out there is probably gonna wonder why I didn't put any supports in the middle of that car. I didn't take out much, okay? I took out basically a little portion of the center, okay? It's not that bad. If you remember earlier, we have pretty much no inner rockers on both sides, and the supports that hold the inner rockers to the outer rockers, which is the structure of the car, those are pretty much not there either. Right there in front of the, that area. So I took out what was pretty much not holding up anything anyways. So not a big deal. Doors still open up just fine, trunk still open, all my body gaps are the same look. It's all good to go. I do have to take out a little bit more right there. I'm pretty positive I gotta take out a little bit more right there for the back of the motor, but no supports needed, okay? The A pillars are fine, B pillars are fine. All that stuff is holding together. I've got the whole back end section pretty much shored up on its main beam, and it's pretty much two-pointed right here on the main supports of the firewall as well. So don't worry about it. We don't need any bracing. We haven't taken out that much. All right, chassis is under the body, and I think my plan now here is going to be, I want to transfer basically where every body mount is, this far back. We got to cut out for this notch here, the exhaust, the rear pumpkin, the bag brackets here. So take a measurement, back half of these mounts, transfer them to the body, cut out a section. I still wanted to only cut out but so much, but we'll see, because the exhaust is kind of going in the way of the bag bracket. I don't know. All right, I am pretty certain we're done. I don't know. Every time I'm certain we're done with something, we never are. I gotta put it back up. We're gonna drop it about 6 more times and take some more clearing. Anyways, let's get this thing lowered and see if we actually, can get this thing to lay on the ground now. Come on, baby. Yup. Oh, I think we're on it. Yes, we are down all the way. Yeah. Front can probably come down just a little bit more, what am I hitting on? Dude, this thing's gonna look killer. Okay. One of the things I was kind of concerned with, not really concerned with, but just kind of, I didn't want to have to create a whole bunch of work for, is inside. Oh. Okay, so I figured, well, we're hitting here. So that is why the motor's not coming down, or the front end's not going all the way down, and we're hitting on the bracing here, where I kind of got support going across. Anyways, one of the concerns I had, not concerns I said, all right, not a concern, just didn't want to have to create more work for myself. Let me get in here. Right here, the window pockets. So right there's a window pocket. You can kind of see the window right here, and it kind of came with the fender well there. Might be able to see it better there. Anyways, look, we've cleared, okay? All right, so pretty much all we gotta do now is just start building everything back up. We gotta make some wheel tubs. We're gonna make some sort of panel in the back. Do you look? See, bracing worked. Them doors are shutting just fine, beautiful. Anyways, we're gonna start making some panels for the trunk back here. We're gonna make the wheel tubs. Let's open this other door too. Let's just see, okay? Oh. Heck yeah, dude, I love the way this thing came out. This thing is gonna be sick, okay? Anyways, that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. I know it's been probably like 100 days plus. I don't know. It's been a lot of days. Lots of days. Anyways, I needed a little break. All right, I'm gonna make some excuses. The building, the side stuff, the customer stuff I just didn't think was good video content. Anyways, they're all excuses. That's cool. Bottom line was I just need a little bit of a break, okay? I got my break, I'm back. We're gonna be doing some content on that. We're also gonna be, have you ever heard of a Brockway? I haven't, never, not once. I even had to Google it, and when I Googled it, there's still not a whole bunch of pictures on it. Right there, Brockway. I think it's like a 46 or a 48 Brockway. That's coming down the pipeline. We're gonna be adding a sleeper to that. We're gonna be stretching the frame, I don't know, 20 feet or so-ish, making a hauler out of it, Ram truck, get it as loaded. Anyways, you just have to stick around and wait and find out. So, thanks a lot, guys, for sticking around. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you are subscribed and you've still been hanging out with me for this whole long break, thank you. I do appreciate it. Share this out. We'll see you next time.